What is up, guys? So the other day I went drifting and it went a little bit like this.
It felt really weird having someone in a car. You know how that will flick it into turn one?
Because you have more body roll.
Yeah, usually I just go like that and then it's like, it's still a big flick, but it's like, it's not as laboured. When I had you in the car, it was like, I had to like, really like go as wide as I could. And yeah, I feel like I had a lot more give before. something. Hey, can I think, oh, it's probably, I think I've fucked up something because it's like the,
Oh no, your tyre's ballooned and it's probably bottoming out on the chassis.
Oh, okay. It sounds like metal on metal. It sounds like my my shocks dropped off possibly. Can I get out?
Yeah.
I just want to have a quick peek. It just sounds like my shocks dropped off the diff.
Your tyre's ballooned and it's resting against the
It might be what you're saying, but really like it's like boom, boom, boom. Or I've like shattered the diff.
tyre. Yeah, just try and scoot across.
Yeah, okay, cool, thank you.
I'll hold it.
Damn it. So bad. I can save that. Oh yeah, she's like hot. Oh, look at. Well, bit of a story, but I just after doing those tires on the back, I literally went to start it up and it didn't want to start. Some guys gave me a hand to give it a push start, and for whatever reason it just kept locking up. So I pulled all the plugs out and tried starting it again and it would not turn. And now I've got a breaker bar and that on the crank pulley, and it is not budging. So unfortunately, I think a motor seized on this one. So that kind of sucks.
So a bit weird, but at the time I thought that the starter motor had died instantly, and that's why a couple of people gave me a hand just pushing the car, which thank you to those guys. I didn't actually know you. And then we pushed it so far and got to the point where I was like, yeah, this isn't going to start. The wheels were just locking up. So then I assumed that maybe, yeah, either the starter motor was like locked in or something like that. We gave it a couple of hits and still didn't work. So then I thought maybe one of the injectors was leaking and it kind of hydro-locked it. So I took off all the plugs and looked down. It was pretty dry. I tried starting it, wouldn't go. And that's when you see that clip of me putting a bar on the crank and tried turning, it wouldn't fly. So I assumed at the time that because I'd been driving all day and didn't really stop, I wasn't looking at temperatures or anything like that, that maybe due to the lack of oil flow between the bearings, that maybe the bearings had seized to the crank. But yeah, that's not what happened. So when I got home, I pulled the motor out and inspected it all, and it was completely fine. I couldn't find anything really problematic with it, and I didn't really take notice, but when I did pull the motor out, inside the bell housing, which I'll put a clip in now, had all these scuff marks around it, and there was a loose piece of metal about like, I don't know, about the size of like a 10mm rock in there, and maybe a little bit smaller, and that was jamming up against the flywheel into the bell housing. So I don't know how it got in here. I had an inspection plate on the motor. The only thing I didn't have was a rubber boot over the clutch fork. So it looks foreign. It doesn't look like it's from the car, and I mean it would have to be from either the bell housing or the back of the motor or the clutch or pressure plate, blah 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 blah, and it's not from any of that. So yeah, so obviously when I turned the car off, there wasn't enough force to get it going again, and that little piece of metal rolled its way all the way down to the bottom of the the bottom of the bell housing and jammed between the ring gear and the bell housing, and that's why it came up seized. Either way, I'm gonna rebuild it and do a couple of extra things and start driving again. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I'll see you next time.